What's up, friends? Welcome to SPDM TV. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I watch a lot of TV. We talk about various TV topics, reviews, and general appreciation of TV, past and new. You can follow me on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and Serialized at MLHilty2452 to see what all I'm watching. This week, we're going to cheat with this. This week, we are talking about the Amazon original documentary, Val. And just encouraging everyone to go check it out because it's about Val Kilmer, and it unfortunately is very timely right now because Val Kilmer has recently passed away, and I figured this would be a good opportunity to bring it up. So, first of all, I am a sucker for documentaries on streaming networks because, or streamers, because a lot of these documentaries will give us a chance to just take a look at the insight on topics that probably wouldn't be covered. And I really enjoyed Val a lot when I saw it. It provided a lot of really interesting insight into who Val Kilmer is as a person. And then just the fact that his son provided a lot of commentary as well is really great. But I figured since Val Kilmer has passed away, I think one of the things that I'd like to do is to talk about some of my favorite Val Kilmer movies because I'm looking at his TV profile and there's not a whole lot there. So let's just go with some of my favorite movies. And I'm not going to rank them in any order. I think I'm just going to do them chronologically based on some of the things that are just his. I'm looking through his IMDb now and some of the ones that stand out. So among his first four, because there's an episode of ABC's After School Specials where he plays a guy named Eric, but he was in Top Secret, Real Genius, and Top Gun. Now, Top Secret and Real Genius, those were Comedy Central staples that I watched a lot, and I love both of those movies. But Top Gun is just iconic in a lot of ways. He's Iceman, he's just cocky, arrogant jerk. And also, I am so grateful and so thankful that they brought him back for Top Gun Maverick. It just sucks that he wasn't able to talk that much, but hey, it is what it is with that. So I'm glad that they got him back for Top Gun Maverick. So the next one on my list, Willow. Willow was just a staple in my like as part of my childhood, and Willow along with Legend, which is a Tom Cruise. Hey, look at that, Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer. But Willow is just a fun movie that had a TV show as well, a TV show companion or sequel series, I guess. Shame on Disney for not continuing that forward. But hey, it's it is what it is. It's a fun show, so I love Willow a lot. Perhaps one of Val Kilmer's best performances was his performance of Jim Morrison in The Doors. He pretty much embodies, what Jim Morrison stood for, and he just looks so much like him. It was eerie about that. He was in True Romance as well, so I got to give him a shout out for that. My favorite Val Kilmer performance is his turn as Doc Holliday in Tombstone. I loved him in that. I'm your Huckleberry. So many iconic lines. Just that mustache is just great as well. Now, the next one is Batman Forever. And Batman Forever, I think, is overhated at this point because, yes, it's doing a lot of things different than the Tim Burton Batmans. However, there is a certain charm to Batman Forever that I just cannot deny. It mainly has to do with the villains because, Val Kilmer wasn't a great Batman, but he was at least serviceable enough. He was better than George Clooney, but I don't think there's a lot of other people that did a worse job than Val Kilmer did. Plus, also, Batman Forever gave us Kiss from a Rose, so I have to give it credit for that. He's also in Heat as well. I loved his role in Heat. He does, such a good job. Now, another one of my favorite movies because of the train wreck of like a filming process that this was with The Island of Dr. Moreau, the 1996 version with Marlon Brando. So if you're looking for a movie that is just super messed up and just doesn't capture the essence of the book, but moreover as well, he's got like a legendary making of with it as well. Check out The Island of Dr. Moreau. So the next couple that we're kind of getting into this is kind of the end for some of the Val Kilmer stuff in the 90s, but his next four movies after, there's a movie after The Island of Dr. Moreau, but nobody cares about it. But he was in The Ghost in the Darkness, or The Ghost and the Darkness. He was in The Saint, which I really enjoy. The Saint. He was the voice of Moses in Prince of Egypt, and also the voice of God, I suppose. And then he also played a blind man in At First Sight, who was given a experimental treatment that just didn't work out for him. So those all I really like. Out of all of those, I'm very partial to The Saint, and I'm partial to the Prince of Egypt. But those other two are good in its own way as well. Looking at the rest of these, I don't see a whole lot of other stuff until we get to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in 2005. This might be his last like excellent role that he does, because pretty much until, I don't know, like I think that might be it, because everything else is just a lot of straight to DVD, or direct. I got to give him credit for his turn in MacGruber as well. I thought that was a lot of fun, but after that, it's just we don't ever get to the heights that he was at back in the 80s and 90s. And then it's just sad, because he was never able to, he just was never the same after his cancer diagnosis. So I did enjoy Val Kilmer a lot, in plenty of his roles, and he will be sorely missed. So rest in peace, Val Kilmer. That's going to do it for this episode of SPDM TV. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website at SP. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at HiFlyerCreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea, or you're interested in being part of the SPDM Crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Check out the other shows on our network. We got a lot of great podcasts about movies, television. We've got some about sports. We've got some about movies. We've got music. We've got some about trivia. We've got physical media, comics, Tolkien. We got plenty of content out there for people to check out. And until next time, happy watching, friends.